Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shevolving Life. This is Samantha, and I'm just so happy to be here with you guys today. So, in this episode, we are talking about how to rest on vacation. All month long, we are talking about vacationing on our own terms. Okay, it's June, the kids are out for summer. Um, it's a time of a lot of transition, right? And so a lot of times our expectations of what it means to like vacation and go on holiday, it doesn't meet up to actually what winds up happening, especially when you're a mom, busy kids, etc. So on this episode, we're going to talk about how to truly rest on vacation. It does not just happen. And if you're a mom out there, you know how hard it is to rest. You would think, oh, rest, easy. No, you got to be intentional about that. You have to be super focused on it. Like it has to be a priority. Okay. So this week, we're going to talk about um, sort of the three steps that I have to help ensure that you get to rest on vacation and that you teach your kids how to rest on vacation, right? Like you don't want them to grow up to feel like, okay, vacation is just full of all this like consumerism and get, buy, activity, excursions, all of that. Like you want to make sure that they carve out some time to be rejuvenated and to get restored and to sort of unplug, right? So we have to practice that and we have to make that real for ourselves, number one. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is like if you can for a minute just think about what is preventing you from really like fully getting the deep rest that you want and deserve for yourself. What are some things that pop in your head? What are some reasons that keep coming up for you that are blockages um, for really getting good rests? Okay. Um, my number one um, sort of tip for how to ensure that you get the right kind of rest on vacation is to embody rest before you go on vacation. I know, right? How do you do that? Like, so you know how most people, when they're gearing up to go on their time off, their PTO, like you have all the boxes to check off, you got all the loose ends to tie up. But in the midst of that, don't get fully caught up in that busy. Okay? Because as a lot of you know, because I've experienced this myself, once you actually get on vacation, after being all that busy, that energetic busyness leading up to vacation, it takes you like a good couple days to actually come down from that adrenaline high. Like those chemicals are circulating in your body and they just don't go away right away. Like it takes a while for your body to clear those chemicals out, those stress chemicals. So during the week leading up to your vacation and your PTO, do not totally just get swept up in all of the busy. Don't let your, stress hormones and that body chemistry get to those really high levels. Make sure that you are embodying periods of rest throughout that week. Whether that is, you know what, during my lunch break, I'm not going to think and talk about work. Like I am going to actually sit and take a lunch break. I mean, so many of us don't even take lunch breaks. We work through lunch. Actually, take lunch breaks that week leading up to your vacation. Um, Take breathing breaks, before you eat lunch. Just take a few deep breaths and center yourself and bring all of that attention and energy to all those thought patterns back into your body. That's nourishing to bring that energy back to your body. Okay. So that's my first tip. Like, embody rest before you go. Like, give yourself that gift. Number two, plan for rest. I am not the planner of our household. I have Samuel for that. However, I have jumped on board sometimes reluctantly, but I have given in because I've seen the benefit of planning, especially for the stuff that I want to do, which is making sure that we have downtime and that we have periods of rest and things are not booked back to back to back and that we're not overscheduled on vacation and we have margin for the inevitable hiccups that come along with travel and being in a foreign and different place. Like, give yourself breathing room to experience the whole experience, right? Because there's no possible way to go to a different area and just have everything go perfectly. And to sort of make sure that you have the inner resilience to deal with those inevitable hiccups, you have to make sure that you have space in your schedule to do so. So, making sure that you have rest breaks. You know, we go on vacation, say if it's like a long weekend, 4 or 5 days. Every day, there's not something that's booked. You know, we have an out, an outdoor, outward environment, outside in the world day, and then we have the other times where we're just like we're secluding and we're retreating and we are embodying rest, okay? Whether that be, okay, we're going to just do some breathing today. We're going to do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching our bodies, um, even Netflixing and chilling, right? Like, even that counts. Just having some time dedicated to that. And I'm not saying, okay, on vacation, we're going to do the same thing we do at home, which is like watch TV all the time. No, but having little spurts on your rest day of watching something together as a family, something that may be uplifting or something that's sort of like a mutual thing that everybody can enjoy, contributes to that rest, right? And then just setting the expectation. This is my third point. Like, level set the expectation you have for your family. You're not going to be entertained the whole time while we're on vacation. And my kids definitely try to get me with like, this is boring, and I'm just like, I am here to help you normalize in this world of constant stimulation. Normalize boring as an aspect of rest. Like, your mind wants to do the most. That's what minds do. And it's okay. Like, when you notice boring, I have a boring feeling. Like, that's not the end and all. Just sit with it. It'll pass. It'll come and it'll go. It'll come and it'll go. I tell my kids about watching your thoughts, putting your thoughts in bubbles. It's amazing how creative they get once you allow them to get bored. You allow them to get bored. And like I said, level set the expectation. Like, I allow them to come to me one time and communicate, I'm bored. And that's it. I said, okay, that's your one time. Don't come back and tell me anything about you bored. You're going to go and figure it out. And make sure you give them some parameters, right? From this time to this time, we're not going to be having conversations. Like, I need to make sure that you guys get rest and that mommy and daddy get rest, right? Just modeling boundaries, even with your own kids. They need to learn how to put boundaries in place and seclude or go inward in order for rest and restoration. It just is. And as they grow up, they'll start to see the value of that even more. So those are my top 3 little tidbits for making sure you get your rest on vacation. So we're gonna move to do just a little meditation to sort of set you up for really embodying that rest. And I have a meditation that I'm going to walk you through for a few minutes to help you. So for me, a good sort of rest meditation involves sort of this intention of clearing energy, Like I said, when you're gearing up to go on vacation, sometimes that that super stressed, busy, closing out deadlines, that adrenaline sort of stays with you for a while. So during your meditation, having something to sort of ground you. I use crystals a lot just because they're beautiful. And I've always liked rocks. And just having them with me is just a nice reminder to keep my intentions. So this is black tourmaline. It is a nice grounding crystal and sort of helps absorb maybe some of the negative vibes that you may be sort of experiencing as you close out work. A lot of stress vibes, is good at sort of absorbing that. So it sort of helps you to learn to release some of that. So I have black tourmaline. I have red jasper, which is super great at grounding and remembering how connected you are to the ground. And you don't have to like hold it all together. You don't have to tie everything up in a neat little bow. Some things are you're just gonna let it be, right? And the red jasper is a nice reminder of like just how okay it is to just be. Like be with the ground. Like you deserve to be here. You don't have to do another damn thing. You don't have to be the best at everything. Like you deserve to be here just as you are. So that's a beautiful grounding stone. And then I always have this is a piece of amethyst, um, which is a very sort of calming, um, kind of ethereal stone. It just happens to be my birthstone. But I definitely, it reminds me sort of just to stay clear. And yeah, let's get into our meditation. You guys ready? All right. So hopefully you can take a little bit of time during this particular love practice to just focus on you for a minute. Focus on you, your breath, the love that you have for yourself. Take a deep breath in, let it out. A deep breath in again, and let it out. How to embody rest. Embody rest. You're embodying rest with each breath. You're embodying restoration. You're embodying healing. And you're preparing for this set aside time for you to go in. I want you to bring your attention down, travel down your body, through your heart as you breathe, through the sort of the center, right above your navel, in your abdomen, that's your solar plexus. Travel through your solar plexus, down your sacral, all the way down to your roots, which is sort of like at the base of your spine. And I want you to imagine that with each breath, you are infusing the root of you with love, and compassion. With each breath, I want you to relax your muscles even deeper. Allow whatever surface you're sitting on or lying on, allow that surface to hold you. It's okay to release. It's safe to let go. want you to imagine all the way down to your feet. Bring your attention, your love, and compassion to your feet and the roots of you, deserving of rest, deserving a restoration in your roots. That's where you'll find nurture and sustenance away from what's visible. Connections are in your roots. Connection, so vast and full. You are connected. You are firm. You do not have to hold anything together. Your roots have done it. You're so worthy of rest. So deserving of rest, just as you are. The cycles of growth and production must and have to be balanced by periods of rest and dormancy to recover. It is a cycle of life. Embrace it. Embrace it. Take another big breath as you inhale up through your roots. Bring it all the way up to your solar plexus. Connect with your heart. Bring your attention to the center of your chest. And remind yourself that you're loved. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Orient yourself to this space and this time. Thank you. Namaste.